Hello, everyone. Alfonso de Anda, Poncho de Anda. We're live streaming. We're live from AIDS Walk Miami Facebook page and YouTube page. We're here today to talk about what's going to be happening next April 23rd, also to create awareness and to talk about AIDS. So I have two guests here with me today. We're going to be talking. We're going to be discussing the different issues about Miami AIDS Walk. And thank you, Jonathan, for being here. Jonathan Walsh, Marketing and Development Manager for AIDS Walk Miami.
Thank you, Poncho.
Thanks for being
happy
here.
To be here today.
We're
very excited for AIDS Walk Miami. AIDS Walk Miami is on April 23rd.
That's correct.
It's a Sunday.
Yes.
It's going to be at Soundscape Park over in Miami Beach, right next to the New World Center. Very beautiful area. Those that know Miami Beach know that area because there's all kinds of beautiful foliage and flowers there.
Yes.
It's a magical place. And what's great about the soundscape, too, is that it breathes new life into this walk. I think this new location creates a lot of people come by it who are tourists, who are walkers, and they see community. They see people coming together for a cause that matters. And it does show that, indeed, Miami matters. So it's going to be on the 23rd, but what's great is our Master of Ceremonies this year is, again, for the third year in a row, Miss Robin Simmons from Channel 7 News.
Excellent.
WSVN. And what's great about her is really not just her passion, but her commitment. 3 years to wake up on a Sunday morning to schlep to Miami Beach. She does it. She does it. Why? Because it's important. It's important for Miami. It's important for a community that we all show up and do our part. We have with us today Mr. Michael Gongora,
who is also committed to this cause.
Who's very committed to this cause, who's been part of AIDS Walk Miami now for a very long time, dedicated walker, committed to community, and we're very blessed for always his support. And he's here today, and we're very happy to have him. Michael?
Thank you, John. I mean, I'm super excited to be here, too. I love everything you're saying, but I just, AIDS Walk Miami, I feel like the name should be AIDS Walk Miami Beach. Because as you so eloquently pointed out, we're doing this at Soundscape Park. And to me, that is a very special place as well. Because during the time that I served as a commissioner in the city of Miami Beach,
yes,
I was one of the people that really pushed for the idea to recreate what used to be an asphalt parking lot and turn it into this beautiful green space that adjoins the New World Center, where besides having the beautiful park, they have the outdoor screenings for movies, so you have that beautiful projector to do things. And that's why I was really excited after so many years of us being at the Miami Beach Convention Center that we were able to move to Soundscape Park, because I think it really is a nicer place for people to meet in the morning, for the community to come together and get behind what we're all here for, which is this wonderful cause, which is now in its 29th year. I mean, almost older than you, John, no?
It's a long
time.
Well,
I don't like to discuss my age in public. But what's interesting is this walk, it is important for a whole motley mixture of reasons.
And sometimes we do forget about that because science has advanced so much and things have changed so much that we really forget about the importance of being aware of AIDS, right?
True, but good point you make, because Miami-Dade County, South Florida, still ranks, number one in the country for new infections, for those that are newly diagnosed. So, in essence, we have a unique responsibility. If if our South Florida is number one, we have an obligation, a responsibility to have the biggest AIDS walk ever, because we need to create awareness, we need to create buzz. We want to talk about prevention. We want to talk about testing. We want to talk about treatment. So this walk, in essence, is kind of like our Trojan horse. That's our way to let everybody in the audience about how the need is real and how we need to keep on, plugging, staying committed to the very end.
I think it's really important, John, because I remember years ago when I started walking.
Which year was it? For how many years have you been walking?
Over 20 years.
Wow.
I'm a little older than John. Just a little bit. But when we first started walking, AIDS was newer, it was still scarier. People didn't know what happened. All we knew is that people were dying very quickly. So a lot of us were walking to commemorate our friends and loved ones that had passed on. I think one of the reasons that the rate of HIV infection is growing amongst young people is because people aren't dying. There's good medication out there that keeps people healthy and alive, but they don't realize the other complications that can go along with unsafe practices. So part of the reason that I'm excited to still participate in all these years is because we really have to stop the rate of new infection amongst young people and let them know that there's so many ways to prevent HIV, not just the traditional ways, you know, that we all knew about, using condoms, which are still recommended.
Right.
But nowadays there's all types of medications out there for people that are HIV negative that don't want to be infected to have prescription medication to avoid the infection. Care Resource, I know, because I know a little bit more about their group than probably most people, uses this money to provide so many wonderful services that are for people that are infected, medical care, dental care, medication for people that don't have insurance and can't afford it. So this is the main fundraiser that really helps assist all of those people that are living with HIV and AIDS.
So, Jonathan, tell us a little bit more about Care Resource that Michael was mentioning.
I'm working on a jingle. I'm working on a jingle. It goes, Care Resource is the medical home for all those most in need. Da, 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 da. We specialize in pediatrics, primary care, and HIV.
Good.
So it's coming along. It's a jingle because the reality is we do so much. We really are the medical home for all those most in need here in South Florida. We have offices in Little Havana, Miami Beach, Midtown Miami, and Fort Lauderdale. In fact, last year we had over 100,000 patient encounters. And we do dentistry, and we do pediatrics. But really what's great is, regarding HIV/AIDS and testing and treatment, we built infrastructure. Care Resource built infrastructure in this town to combat that condition. It's a legacy that we're very proud of, and one that we still continue to this day.
Amazing, amazing. And Michael, you're a former commissioner for the city of Miami Beach. You're running again.
Yes.
So for you, what does that represent right now at this moment that the city is living?
Well, it's a critical moment in Miami Beach. I'm very proud of my service on the Miami Beach Commission. I didn't win because I happen to be an openly gay person. I was the most qualified person, but it's interesting. I'm the only openly gay person who's ever won an election in the city of Miami Beach, and that's surprising because people think South Beach, that's, you know, it's got a lot of LGBT people, and it does. But it's not easy to win an election, and I was very proud when I served on the commission to serve all of the LGBT organizations, including Care Resource, to assist when the event was at the convention center with the parking and the waiver of fees, to work with all the groups from Equality Florida, Save Date, the Gay Chamber, and I think it's important to have that voice. Right now, I've been off the commission for 4 years. The woman that came after me is resigning. So I saw an opportunity for me to get back into public service. And, you know, anybody that lives in Miami-Dade County knows we're living in a very difficult time. Roads are being ripped up constantly. Traffic is out of control. Development is everywhere without the proper infrastructure or public transit to offset it. So I'm looking forward to getting back to fight for all those things. And I have to point out, I am having my kickoff this evening for Miami Beach Commission. It's
Very
at
good.
6 o'clock.
Congrats.
At Poseidon, 1131 Washington Avenue, co-hosted by the Vice Mayor of Miami Beach, Kristen Rosen Gonzalez, and the former Mayor, Matty Herrera Bauer, both of which I know are also advocates for Care Resource and for AIDS Walk.
So again, for people who wants to join you tonight, what's the address? Where are you going to be?
Tonight, we will be at 6 p.m. at Poseidon Creek at 1131 Washington Avenue in Miami Beach.
And having a representation like the one that Michael gives to Miami Beach is very important also for your organization,
we're very
right?
Blessed. We're very blessed for support because the reality is it takes teamwork to make the dream work. Sometimes it takes a village to make something happen, and nobody gets anything done alone in a box. So, you know, we're very blessed, you know, to have, you know, all our sponsors, volunteers, community partners, and more.
How many sponsors do you have for this year?
Well, we have Icon Ron. We have you guys. As
We're sponsors?
We're very blessed to have you guys on board.
We're very proud to be part of it.
Thank you so much. But we have dozens more. But what's great is we're really diversifying this walk too, because HIV/AIDS isn't just an LGBT issue. It's a human issue. I mean, no matter how you call each other, gay, straight, black, white, end of the day, we're all here on this earth together, we're all human beings. So so the way we're marketing this walk is to really reach a whole broad spectrum of the Miami-Dade community. We have, we even have, for our post-walk performances, we have the Daggers.
The Daggers?
They're a group of singers who are twins who are coming in from South Miami area, who can breathe some new fresh life, get some young people involved, get them knowledgeable about their health. We have, of course, Jane Castro from BH1. We have Richie Rosario, who's been part of Care Resource for a very long time, and one of our and a star performer. We have even the Norland Middle School dance troupe. And it's kind of cool because we have dance troupes and singers, and we even have the Miami Gay Men's Chorus singing. And I can't tell you what song they're going to be singing, but it's going to be super fabulous.
Nice.
So all of this is indicative of a whole community coming together from all different segments of Miami for a common cause, and that is together fighting AIDS. And we're not afraid to say the word AIDS. A lot of people say HIV. Okay, but let's not forget that AIDS still exists. So when we say fighting AIDS together, in essence, what we're doing is we're reminding people that AIDS is real, and that we'll say it, and together we'll fight it as a community. So, in the spirit of fighting AIDS together,
Okay, tell me, what do you have there?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you want to fight AIDS?
All right.
All right. So here you go. You put on.
Let me have.
So I was
Let
thinking
me have one.
I was thinking we could all just, on three, we'll put our respective boxing gloves in the middle, and we'll be fighting AIDS together.
We're gonna fight AIDS together.
All right,
Of course,
ready?
we're gonna be doing it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Fighting AIDS together! Woo! Thank you.
That's good, guys.
Yes.
Tell me one thing. People that has never been part of this AIDS walk in Miami Beach, and they want to be part this year. They want to go. How does it work? At what time do they have to be there? What's going to be happening? All the information.
Okay, here's the gist. The event is on April 23rd. It's at Soundscape Park.
Okay.
Be there at like 7:30, 8 in the morning for registration and for the pre-walk ceremony.
Okay.
9 o'clock, we're walking. We're walking at 9. And I encourage people to go on to AIDSWalkMiami.org. Again, that's AIDSWalkMiami.org.
It's right there on the screen.
Oh, there it is.
AIDS Walk Miami.
And when you go onto that website, you can register, you can volunteer, you can donate, you can join a team, start a team, and if you can't be there for whatever reason, you can still donate. Or be like a ghost walker.
So donations. How can it happen?
Our goal is we want to raise over $200,000. That's our goal. Go onto the website. That's our goal. At minimum, we want to raise $200,000. Right now, we're like at $75,000. So we're almost there, but we have less than a month to go. And if we can meet that goal, in fact, if we can meet that goal and exceed that goal, we will really show the world. We will really show the world that indeed Miami matters and that we care.
Just so they understand, with that amount of money, what would happen? How many people could you help?
Okay, you know what? How we break it down is interesting, but I will tell you that $7 feeds a whole family for a whole week with our Food for Life food bank. Okay?
Goodness.
Yes, $7 feeds a whole family for a whole week, and that's just $7. So imagine if there's $200,000 raised of other stuff and that stuff that we can do. It all matters. It all adds up. But what's cool about this walk is that monies that are raised here stays here.
Good.
And I gotta tell you too, because besides the fact that it's great to just show up and walk, if you're with a company, if you're with a business, this is a great way to start a team, get people out there for some collegiality. I know that some of your biggest donors every year end up being businesses, cruise companies, law firms, that really like pull together.
We're very blessed with the support. Like, for example, Ackerman.
Yeah.
Ackerman Law Firm has been the #1 team for us for, God, many years, probably almost a decade. Top team. And that's a commitment. That's just one. You know, we also have...
We got to call it out, because if you're going to bring up Ackerman, we got to say who the person is, because there's always somebody that makes it happen.
Definitely.
And it's Richard Milstein that sets it up every year. I know when I was a commissioner that we gave not only you guys a proclamation, we gave one to Richard Milstein, because he goes above and beyond. Richard, if you're watching this, we love you. Keep up the good work.
And that goes to everybody who supports us, every sponsor, whether it be any team, whether it be Team Fight, whether it be Team Block AIDS, whether it be Team Bubbles, whether it be Team Miami Beach Community Church, whether it be Team Ackerman, whether it be Care Resources Team. Me too, they're great people. But we also have got, testing my knowledge now, how many teams can I get memorized? Miami Beach Community Church. We have...
Which is a wonderful organization.
Yes, St. Stephen's Church. We have a lot of people from the faith community involved. We have banks. We just got Wells Fargo, who just joined us, and Kiddos Magazine, who's joined us. Healthy Magazine, who's joined us. We have Kaya Ocho Newspaper, who has joined us.
Excellent.
It takes a village.
I count on.
I can run. Exactly. So
it's an amazing cause.
yes, indeed.
It's great,
So.
and besides the fact that it's a great cause, you wake up early, you go for a walk, you raise money for a wonderful cause, you spend time with your friends, and then you have all of this wonderful entertainment after.
Right.
My personal favorite, you know, VH1's James Castro, you know. I love
She's
her.
great. Well, she was a performer for the White Party 2 years ago. We had it on the yacht. You know, a lot of people don't just... a lot of people aren't just supporters in name only. A lot of people come back year after year asking what they can do and how they can help. And so we're very grateful.
Well, I want to congratulate both of you. Keep the good work with Miami Beach.
Thank you.
We're going to be there next April 23rd. And any last thoughts that you have for the audience, for you people that's watching right now?
I would just like to tell them to get involved. I mean, this is a community effort. This can't work without you. Please come out. It's really raising money for a wonderful cause. And if you can't come out, things come up. People have to travel. People are out of town. Make a donation. There's so many wonderful teams that you can give to, like Team Bubbles, or one of the other ones.
Is that your part of that team?
Or you can ghost give. But this is really going right back into the community I love, Miami and Miami Beach.
You guys ready?
Jonathan.
Fighting AIDS together.
I would like to say
Go
goodbye,
your fist
but
bump.
wait, I'm going to see you next week. Next week
Yeah,
you're going to be
yeah,
here.
next-
We're going to have more guests, right?
Yeah,
we're going to be talking more about...
Actually, we're going to be here every single Wednesday leading
Okay.
up to the walk with a different guest.
Perfect.
So around this time. So stay tuned. Be part of the AIDS Walk Miami's live stream and more, and on our YouTube as well. And thank you for letting us be here today.
I would like to shake hands, but we have the globes
I would
here,
do
so
fist
let's fight AIDS.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next week, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for